Let's get up in the air. And just like that, we are up in the air. We are back. Welcome back to Inverted Aviators RC. We have the UMX Turbo Timber Evolution, our favorite plane, or one of our top favorite planes. We have been doing the speed tests with the Crescendo and a few of the other planes, and we figured, well, we should do it with this plane too. So I'm just going to get used to this plane again, because I haven't flown in a little ways, even though it is one of my favorites. That was a little close. Let's see, it is trimmed just fine. See, where's that lady? There's a lady walking on the track, which is just fine. I'm just going to wait for her to be around the corner before I do these 100-yard speed tests. I guess I could try to fly underneath here. Woo. All right, she is out of the way, so I'm going to turn around here, and I'll have to time this by just how fast, you know, based on the frames. Huh. All right, well, we'll test that as like a half test, because as I was going, I wanted to kind of nose up, so I'm going to have to trim that back. Let's see. See, as I punch, it kind of goes back, but all right, I'll turn around. All right, that's at least one score. I think it's got to be the P factor, because I'm throttling up so high it wants to roll a little bit, which makes it hard to keep flying straight. But that still works. Not gonna make that mistake again. But this plane is still awesome. See a little touch and go. And go. Let's see, does it want to... I'm trying to figure out what it wants to do. Because it's kind of rolly, or like... See, I'm not doing anything, and it's pitching up. I wonder, I have flaps off, safe off, so it should be flying like normal. But I'll do another little touch and go. I'll put the flaps on, because this is a STOL plane. Oop. Almost touched. I'm flying low, that's for sure. Fly low under here. I wonder if it's nosing up because when I turned it on, it was a little nose up, so the safe calibrated, although safe is off. So I don't know. It's a nice slow flyer when you want it, or when you just pitch back. This one's a little bit smoother than the Corsair, and I can fly slower, more competently. Touch and go. Yeah. So the reason why this plane is one of our favorites is because A, it has flaps. I've got just a thing for flaps, but it has this really big landing gear too, so you can land it on a track or the grass. I just think it's really cool to be able to come in and just plant the mains, and then just pick it up. I just think that's so much fun. I don't know why I haven't flown this plane more. It's pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. A tiny plane, big gear, flaps. It can be pretty aerobatic. The Crescendo is probably more aerobatic, but that's because it's more aerodynamic, so you can kind of get flippier. Is that lady around us at all?
No, she walked away.
Oh, well, she's missing out on the show. Well, I'm going to do one more 100-yard sprint. I'll try to keep this as flat as I can.
Well, there is a guy on the track now, but I'm not sure if he's going to continue or if he's just walking through. I'll let you know.
Sounds good. I'm going to fly up. Look at this. When I pitch up, it just wants to roll like crazy. That's probably some obvious explanation. I'll throw flaps on and we'll try to glide. Let's see, just like the Crescendo, see if I can get the propeller to stop, although it may be auto spinning. Flaps are off.
It does look like he's
walking around.
Yeah, he's on the end over there now, so he's going to be coming our way in about 10 seconds. I mean, like, on our path.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm going to land this and I can change batteries. There we go. I'm in a back elevator so I don't accidentally tip over. But that was a nice, easy flight. I'll get back with a few more in just a second.
There's a battery in here.
Yeah, this one's
I'm
different.
Familiar with this one.
All right, well, let's get back into the air. This is a 4-cell battery, and so the center of gravity, it should be right in the middle. We had to move it back a little bit to fit it in the battery hatch. So we'll see how it goes, but let's see if it can get in the air. Well, right away, it sounds louder, but as expected, it should fly just fine. I gotta fly with a lot less throttle because it's that much more power, but I'll do a little flyby and kind of punch as we're close. It's for sure faster and louder, so I'll try to get some 100s here. It is the weirdest thing flying this at full tilt. It just wants to roll, which again, that might be P factor. I could be just saying the wrong thing, but I've got a counter steer, and in doing so, it's taking me higher. So this won't be as precise as the Crescendo speed flight, because I was able to go straight, but this one wants to roll. So there's a reason for that. I don't know, but I'll try it again. Alright, well that's at least 2 speeds. I can take the average and figure that out. But I'll do some aerobatics here with the 4-cell. And I'll probably remove that sticky battery from the plane, and at some point it's going to get all discombobulated. But in the meantime, at least, it is super rolly and flippy and powerful. Whee! Let's see if I can go underneath. Oh yeah. But it has some extra sound coming from it. Now look at that roll. And if I don't push forward, it also wants to bank back, which I could try to trim that out. But look at that. It is still working very well. How vertical can we get here? It is harder to punch that one straight up compared to the Crescendo. Alright, I'll try to fly slow. So I'll put flaps on. This is slow flying with the 4S battery, which is going to be heavier. But it still should be able to get going pretty slow. Feels like I'm just putzing along. Yeah, this is this is just creeping along. Ah, well, that's cool. Let's see, what we did over by the soccer field, which is over at my nose right now, is we would land in the parking lot, or like touch down in the parking lot, then put forward elevator to keep the mains planted, then throttle all the way up, which just gets you going fast. Let's see if I can do it here. So you plant the mains, then stick forward, and that way you just stay on the ground but roll out. That's kind of what I was trying to do. I'll try to do it better here, which involves just putting the mains down. You're just like a car at that point. That's probably the best way to test 100 because I can throttle up quite a bit. But I don't know, that's just fun. It's a way to practice, I guess, long touch and goes. Well, that's fun. Let's see, I'll try to do a little slower touch and go. Boop. Well, like a bounce pass. That's with flaps down, so I got that slow flying. But yeah, this is still super fun with the 4S. I don't have the internal clock with this battery of it being 4S and me being punchier with the flying 100s. So I'll probably bring it into land here soon, but it's just too fun to plant these mains. I think I'm on one tire, just like I planned. Let's see if I just do a low 400. Let's try to keep this as low as I can. That was the cross netter over here. Yeah, there it is. Ooh.
And just like we've been doing with all other planes, we're doing a speed comparison test, and unsurprisingly, this STOL plane flies a little bit slower than the Voodoo and the Crescendo. How much slower does it actually fly? Well, the 3S Evo clocks in at about 30 miles an hour, while the 4S Evo clocks in at about 35. And I'm chalking that up to the massive amount of P factor that comes with flying this plane at 4S at full throttle. More P factor means you have to apply more rudder to fly this plane straight, which means more rudder drag, which means a slower overall flight.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it there with this battery because I don't want to overdo it. It is 4-cell, and this ESC and motor aren't rated for 4-cell. They work with 4-cell, so I'll give the disclaimer I gave in the Crescendo video. If you want to get this 4-cell battery, don't fly it every single time at full power because you're going to burn out the ESC and the motor. But if you have a whole bunch of 3-cell batteries and you want to get a 4-cell battery just to kind of spice it up and have a little bit more fun, absolutely do it. It's super fun. It flies really well. I'll get the actual times and I'll throw it onto that entire track that I had before with the Crescendo just to see how the speeds line up compared to that. But that's been Inverted Aviators RC. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more videos like this where we fly UMX planes as well as working a few bigger projects of our own. But thanks for watching.